There is a nightmare more terrifying than any other. A nightmare that has haunted thousands of people all over the world.
It felt as if there was a male presence there who was evil.
I can remember seeing this figure in the doorway. I just knew it was female.
A presence comes into the room, paralyzes its victim, then leaps on their body and assaults them.
It hits me so hard at times where it just knocks me off my mattress.
She's choking me so hard that I think that my voice box is going to collapse.
Sometimes it's a shadowy figure, sometimes an old hag, sometimes a demon. But whatever shape it takes, the entity, as it is often called, has concrete effects, leaving its victims battered and exhausted, their lives in pieces. Sufferers are sure that when they see it, they are awake, and it is real. Science, psychology, and religion have all grappled with this phenomenon. Can any explain the mystery of the entity?
Monday, April 15th. Last night I woke up frozen in fear. I couldn't move. My heart was pounding, and I could have swore something was moving around behind me. Was it just a dream? Thursday, April 17th. It happened again. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't move. I keep hearing the floorboards creak like someone or something is walking around, but I cannot turn my head to see what it is. After a few minutes of pure terror, I was finally able to move. There was nothing there. Saturday, April 19th. It's happening more frequently. I'm going to call the doctor and make an appointment. It's getting to the point I'm afraid to close my eyes. I'm getting so tired. Wednesday, April 23rd. I saw a doctor today. He told me I'm experiencing sleep paralysis. He prescribed me something to help me sleep. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to the library and find some books about it. Thursday, April 24th. I did some researching on this sleep paralysis the doctor told me I have. I think it freaked me out more. I keep reading about this entity people experience when it happens to them. They say this thing sits on their chest and they can't breathe. I don't like this.
Sleeping in my bed, and there was a presence in the room.
I was paralyzed in the bed. He seemed like a shadow.
Probably about 6'5", well over 6 foot, very tall.
There was something sitting on my chest.
Sitting on top of my chest.
The lady was old and haggard. She had straggly grey hair. Kind of an old woman standing in front of me.
And there was an old lady.
This just was not a nightmare.
I know that I am awake when this happens.
Can't escape from this entity that has entered your room.
It's a feeling of perhaps the greatest terror that one can imagine.
Wednesday, April 30th. Things are getting scary. It doesn't just happen when I'm in bed, but anywhere. I was taking a bath and closed my eyes, then all of a sudden the door opened. I swore I saw a figure standing there. Was I sleeping? Thursday, May 1st. I read about this couple that were sitting on the couch watching TV. The girl saw this black figure walk out of the bathroom down the hall. The man turned to her and asked her if she saw it. The thing is, he was asleep and she was awake when this happened. Saturday, May 3rd. It's getting worse. I swear I'm awake when I see this woman. I read that people have been seeing her for hundreds of years. In Newfoundland, they call her the Old Hag. In parts of the US, she is known as the Witch. In Egypt, she is known as the Jinn. Whatever she is, I don't want to see her anymore. Tuesday, May 6th. I'm so tired. I haven't slept in a few days. I just need to lay down on the couch and rest my eyes. Friday, May 9th. Haven't slept in a few days. I keep seeing her every time I close my eyes. I tried to sleep on the couch, but it happened again. Worse this time. She just stared at me with that long black hair, but I can't make out her face. Saturday, May 10th. I can't keep my eyes open anymore. Every time I close them, I see her. What was that? I hear her. I gotta get out of here. This is real. Oh my god, she's coming. Oh, my head. Where am I? Why am I down here? They told me this wasn't real. It happens every time I fall asleep on my back. I wake up and I can't tell if my eyes are open or shut, but I can see my whole room. A dark presence is lurking on top of my wardrobe, and as soon as I notice it, I try and scream, but I can't. I can't move. The darkness slithers down the side of my wardrobe across the floor and looms over the end of my bed. Then it creeps all over me, trying to evade every orifice. I feel an immense pressure like it has pinned me down and is pushing its way into my ears, my eyes, and my mouth. The darkness then screams a terrible screech into my face, and I try to scream back until eventually I manage to jerk my head and everything disappears, and I'm alone in the darkness. It is the most terrifying of experiences. Babadook-ish dark mass. To me, the paralysis always happens in cycles. I always sleep on my side or on my stomach. Recurring experience for me is feeling something evil floating over my bed, slowly coming down towards me. Even though I never see it directly, I somehow always know it has this very wide grin on its face. It may not sound very scary, come to think of it, but the fact that it's always the same darn Babadook-ish grinning dark mass makes me feel super creeped out. Inaudible whispers. My mind woke up and my entire body, including my face, was under the covers, unable to move. I couldn't see a thing. I worried for a brief moment when I discovered I couldn't move at all. Then things got scarier. I felt an enormous amount of pressure on my chest. I had the feeling as though the spirit, or whatever it was, had its face only inches away from my own. If this wasn't enough, I heard inaudible whispers in both ears and pounding on the wall adjacent to the bed. I began to cry because that's all I could physically do, and in my mind, I was screaming as loud as I could, but nothing came out. I began to struggle, but I finally burst awake, sat up immediately still crying. The room was silent. I could hear it breathing. I heard footsteps coming up from the stairs of the attic, which ends up right beside my bed. I couldn't see anyone coming up though. Suddenly I realized I saw something in the corner of my peripheral vision, and I could hear it breathing. When I slowly rolled my eyes to the side, I saw the small head of a white-faced troll grinning and staring at me. I panicked, and suddenly all the phones in the house started ringing. This ringing sound built and built, louder and louder. It scared me, and I knew for sure that I had premature tinnitus. After this short moment, which felt like a really long time, I had enough strength to locate and lift up my arm. This immediately stopped all the hallucinations, and I woke up. Footsteps in the hallway. One night, I woke up to what I thought was the sound of footsteps in my hallway. I was laying on my back, which immediately made me confused and a bit nervous because I never sleep on my back. I tried to turn my head to see where the sound was coming from, but I couldn't move at all. The panic set in, and I heard the source of the footsteps come into my room. Now, although I could not see the figure, I knew it was a home invader. I could feel him standing on the opposite side of my bed, silently staring down on me. He had some sort of weapon in his right hand. I believe it was a knife. I swear my heart has never dropped and raced like that in my entire life. I kept trying and trying to move or scream, but I was frozen in place.